Rodney James here for MMAsoldier.net. I'm joined by Jon Fitch, man. Jon Fitch in the Bellator Grand Prix. Got a fight coming up with Rory MacDonald. We don't know exactly when yet. Hasn't been announced, although I did see Rory lurking around here,
It's been leaked, but there's no official announcement yet, so that's why you haven't seen anything from Bellator or me or Rory, but there's a lot of rumors out there.
Sure.
So
one could speculate.
We'll find out today.
Yeah, I'm assuming we will. Scott Coker in the media scrum also alluded to the fact that we're going to hear some other announcements, like Ali Malay McFarland's upcoming fight. But my man James Lynch and I were actually just chilling in the hotel, you know, taking in the scenery. We had a Roy sighting last night, you know, your upcoming opponent. So I was like, oh, there you go. That's probably another announcement. I do want to thank you for joining MMA Soldier and also for your support, man. I really appreciate it. You support the brand.
Support the troops.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
A lot of people say that, and there's not a lot of action behind it. You're one of those guys, and Bellator is one of those organizations where there is a lot of action behind that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Jake Laser does a lot of great stuff.
Yeah.
I'd love to get involved with what he's doing.
He's got MVP, and then of course we have a chapter. Randy Couture has a chapter out in Las Vegas at Street Couture, man. So you know I'm a part of that chapter, and yeah, I love what Jake Laser's doing. So. Man, other than that, dude, how's the trip been so far? Man, looking forward to the fight.
It's been good, been lazy. You know, I came down last night just to get out of town, get out of San Jose, and I spent last night drinking some gin and tonic and editing some videos. So it was really exciting for me.
Sounds very similar to the life of an MMA broadcast journalist, honestly. Sounds like we were kind of doing a little of the same thing.
I'm trying to do a little bit of that side hustle, you know.
Yeah, talk about that. I've seen some of your stuff.
Set myself up for, you know, post-fight career. You know, I've probably got a few years left. I want to win this tournament, possibly move up, be a double champ, and then retire. That would be the textbook. That would be, you know, the storybook ending, you know, for me, I think. So I'm just getting into some other stuff, writing blogs on my website, jonfitch.net, sharing my experience with my neck pain and shit like that I've worked on and kind of rebuilt my neck. You know, I went from surgery and almost retiring to no surgery, and I feel great. Like I don't even use that much cannabis anymore because like I don't need it to deal with the pain. Along with that, I've got podcasts I'm working on. I do live streams, try to help younger guys out with their masculinity issues. There's a lot of people who just don't know how to be a man or how to act like a man, and nobody's teaching us. And I've had to figure out a lot of shit the hard way over the years, so I'm trying to put some stuff out there and give people a place where they can come and talk and ask questions and learn.
We could go down the rabbit hole on that one all day, and I would love to. What is the name of the podcast, though?
I do a shake break. It's on my YouTube page, official Jon Fitch, and I do it daily. It's weekdays. I switched it to 9:30, so I have more time to get to some other training and stuff. But I have a meal plan, and I have a shake at a certain time every day. So I just started doing a live stream when I did the shake. So people come in, we ask questions. I'll have topics to talk about here and there.
You know, I think 2018 was like the height, the peak of outrage culture, and so I decided I don't believe in New Year's Eve. I don't believe in like New Year's resolutions necessarily, but I decided like 2019 is the year where I'm not going to stand for it anymore. No more outrage culture.
Yes,
I can't do it.
It's the battle. The first battle. We've had a lot of skirmishes, but the first battle was the presidential election. That was the first real battle.
And you're a supporter.
And we're revving up for the next battle, which is going to be 2020.
Okay.
Right, and it's a war versus blank slate versus biology, predetermined biology, and that's where the lines are going to split. And that's where no, it's all emotions and feelings and social constructs versus we have biology, we have hormones, we have certain things that are ingrained into us that cause us to feel and do certain things. There's a split. We have two different camps, and people are going to divide themselves upon them camps, and it's going to be some kind of cold social media war.
It's a weird thing, and you probably feel it a lot too because you live in California, which is extremely left, you know. And I've been to San Jose multiple times. You're back there now,
yeah.
And you're a Midwest guy, so you have kind of different values. Almost, you kind of a little bit country, yeah.
Yeah,
kind of similar values.
I thought I was a city boy until I moved out of Indiana here, and I was like, oh, shit, I'm country as fuck.
Right.
Like,
I'm from Texas, so it's kind of a similar like values from like what part of Indiana?
Fort Wayne.
Is that southern? I don't.
Northeast.
Northeast.
No.
Okay.
And there's and it's not even that like it's a pretty liberal city, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a book called Democrat to Deplorable, written by this guy, Jack Murphy. He's from Fort Wayne, right? He explains, the basis of that book is explaining why 9 million Obama voters flipped and voted for Trump. It's a really great book. And it kind of gives you the same mindset. Yeah, nobody talks about it.
Right.
It gives you the mindset of why, because people like me, like I identified center-left Democrat my whole life until the first 3 months of Obama's presidency. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done with the Democratic Party. And it's just gotten worse and worse and worse on that end. Like, you know, we grew up being raised, you know, color doesn't matter, race doesn't matter, your genitals don't matter. What you do with your genitals don't matter. Now we're at a point where that's all that matters. That's all that anybody will talk about. Identity politics. It's not about the individual and your character. It's about what group do you belong to.
I assume you're a big Ben Shapiro fan.
That's completely big. I like listening to him talk because he's very.
He talks about that a lot. Identity politics.
He talks about a lot of. He makes a lot of really good points, but I don't agree with everything he says. He says a lot of stuff that is really dogmatic, religious. You know, he's anti-gay and certain things. I just think are silly.
Yeah.
And you know, but he has the right to speak and say what he wants to say.
Right. All right. So again, a lot of interesting topics to talk about with you.
It's an interesting time to be alive.
Yeah, it is, man. It's a great time to be alive. I love it. You know, feeling great. How about you, man? You're looking great. You're back in your old camp, and obviously getting ready for this upcoming Rory MacDonald fight, which we don't know exactly when it'll take place, but we know it's coming.
It's coming. I'll be starting camp soon this week. I'll be starting.
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of pre-stuff, getting ready. I maintain my lifts all year round. Excuse me. I treat my lifting like hygiene, right? So I don't want to brush my teeth for 8 weeks, 10 weeks, and then stop brushing my teeth for a couple months. That doesn't make any sense. You need to brush your teeth every day. If something comes up and you have to miss one day, well, you know, you get back to it and brush it the next day. You don't take huge breaks. So I've been focusing on that, keeping myself strong, healthy, keeping my meal plans and my diets. My weight doesn't fluctuate like it used to. I used to put on a lot of extra, body weight with fat and retaining a lot of water and stuff. But I keep pretty lean year round now, so yeah, feeling good.
Looking forward to these fights tonight, man. You got Fedor. He's still got it. You know, he's had some ups and downs, but he's looked good in his.
It's kind of, man. Fedor's got it on paper, right? Like, he's younger, he's strong, he's a good wrestler. He's got all the tools to beat Fedor, right? Anybody who grew up watching Fedor in his prime kind of is pulling for him. I think. It's like you'd still like to see the old guy, be the old guy. You'd like to see old Fedor show up. But
we saw that with Cerrone not too long ago, come in there in school. Yeah. It was a much different situation, but it was a guy where there were a lot of questions. He's had some knockout losses. He is getting older, and people wondered, has he still got it? He came in there and just absolutely looked like a world beater. So yeah, you never know with Fedor, man. You never know. But your old buddy Mitrione, put probably one of the worst knockouts on Fedor I've seen. I thought maybe for sure like he was not going to fight again after that. But he did, and he came back and he's looked decent.
I mean, yeah, Matt's big, powerful dude. He hits hard, really athletic, and Fedor is kind of an undersized heavyweight. He always has been. If we could add a 225-pound weight class, he'd be king probably at 225.
So you're a D1 wrestler. We've got Jake Hager, aka Jack Swagger from WWE, and of course this is not a CM Punk type situation where you have a guy with no combat sports background. You actually got a guy that's coming from
college wrestling.
Yeah. OU.
Yeah, he wasn't. I mean, we saw Brock Lesnar. He was a national champion, so he came with the high amateur wrestling pedigree and was able to do very well. Was very successful.
That's huge, right? That's the best base to come into MMA with, am I right?
Yeah, I mean, mostly not just because of technique, but I think because of the lifestyle, knowing how to train and how to fight and how to be put into a bad spot every day for years, because that's what wrestling is. You just go in and you get humbled every day. I don't know anybody who goes in and kicks everybody's ass in wrestling in practice, because if you start doing that, then the coach starts leveraging the workouts against you. He gets you tired first. He makes you wrestle against bigger guys. Like, he gets the better guys in there. I remember in high school, I was beating everybody in the room, and my coach would bring guys who graduated from high school. 30-year-old men would come back to wrestle me to beat my ass because you can't let your wrestlers win all the time in practice. So, I think just having that pedigree as a college D1 wrestler is big.
And then last fight I want to talk about that's on my radar, man, is this up-and-coming featherweight prospect, Aaron Pico. This kid is like, he's so tough, he's so skilled, and when you talk to him, I don't know if you've ever had a chance to speak with him, but he's only like 22 years old, and it's like you're talking to a 30-year-old. He's so mature and just grounded and humble, but yet he goes out there and he's just a vicious killer.
He had good people around him his whole life, good coaches, good parents. We have the same management, so we've been around each other a bit. He's a good kid, smart. He's got sky's the limit for him. He's the future for real.
Yeah, he's got a tough guy. Henry Corrales, 16-3, coming out of the MMA lab in Phoenix. So another great.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight, and man, let's watch that body shot. He lands that thing. Surgical precision.
His body shots are so gnarly, man. I've seen him fight a couple times in San Jose, man. I'm right there seeing it from cage side. You can hear that thud of those body shots. Jon Fitch, there is so much to get to with you. I can't wait to do this again, brother. And again, I thank you for your time with MMA Soldier and for the support, man. It really means a lot, man. I appreciate it, brother.